What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're jumping into the next one on our It's Complicated journey. If you guys enjoyed, get over and show the It's Complicated channel all the love in the world. We've been subbed up with smashing that like button. Listen, the opinions captured in these videos don't necessarily reflect the views of them or me. So let's just jump in and hear what the amazing interview questions that are going to be asked are with regards to communication breakdown. Hey, when it comes to anything understanding women, I will say it's kind of complicated. It can be indeed, but it's complicated trying to be asking the most intense questions, leave people stopping dead in their tracks like, shit, I don't know how to answer that one. We're probably also going to get to see a whole lot of them big old fluttery eyelashes that everybody loves so much. Let's roll. It's coming at us from Andrew. Much love, my friend. I definitely appreciate it.
After getting a girl's number, how long is too long to wait and how soon is too soon to call?
Personally, I think that's completely up to you and how you feel that conversation went.
Do you prefer that they text or call when they first contact you?
Text. Please don't call me right away. I won't answer.
Why is that?
Because it's just too much pressure. Just text me.
Do you prefer that they text or call when they first contact you?
Text. I think a call is kind of creepy.
Have you ever been ghosted before?
Listen,
Yeah.
there was a day before text messaging where people used to call people and people used to talk on the phone to one another and people used to actually have conversations and look at each other as you walk by and say good morning, good evening, good night. Those were a different time. I don't think we could go back to that now. Nobody would be dating anybody. Everybody would be like, oh no, he's a creeper. But back in the day, it wasn't called creeping. It was called dating or courting.
Have you ever ghosted somebody before, and if so, why?
Yes.
Why would you ghost somebody that you gave your number to, though?
They were too persistent.
Yeah.
You
Lose
shouldn't have
interest.
gave the
Why do some
number
people
up.
flake rather than let someone know they're not interested?
They feel bad.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it worse to lead somebody on?
Yes.
Yes, it is. But I think you feel bad at the moment. You feel guilty, and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So you're just like, eh.
Why do some women give out and even offer up their number, but then ghost you when you contact them?
I don't know. I do it all the time. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe like
She's
they
a ghost,
kind of like having good
folks. You
intentions.
saw it
And
right
they kind
here.
of wanted to talk to you, but you weren't just that. You just weren't like that interesting. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why I do it. So I don't know.
Have you ever been ghosted before?
I don't think so.
Why do some women give out and even offer their phone number, but then ghost you when you contact them?
They like the attention.
How should a man know if a girl genuinely likes him or if she just wants attention?
Ask.
Is she showing interest in things that you're interested in? Asking you questions about yourself? Or is she just talking about herself and waiting for you to ask more questions about her?
Do you gauge a man's level of interest whether he asks for your Instagram versus your phone number?
Yes.
Why?
Quality over quantity.
I think that's kind of like slutty to ask for your Instagram and not your phone number. Maybe.
Really? Okay.
A little bit.
What if he asked
I
for your
don't know if
OnlyFans?
slutty was the
Would
word.
that be sluttier?
That's definitely sluttier.
Okay. Have you ever ghosted somebody, and if so, why?
Yes, because I wasn't interested. And then he kept texting me and I felt bad, so I told him I wasn't interested anymore.
How should a man know if a woman is playing hard to get or if she's just not interested?
She doesn't text you.
Oh,
She doesn't
Poison
call
Ivy
you.
herself.
She does not return your call. She's not texting you, dude.
Men, that's the one thing men don't understand is when a woman's not interested, they don't get that point. They don't see it. They just continue to do it. So if a woman is short answered, you can just tell by the answer she gives you, yeah, yes, okay, sure, you know she's not interested. If she gives you in-depth questions and answers with detail and information, then she's interested in you.
We gotta know you before we hang out with you. We can't just. It's hard for women. A lot of men are creeps, weirdos, want you just for one reason. Like, you gotta be protected for a woman.
But how are you going to get to know somebody if you
I
don't
like that her
communicate with them?
teeth bands match her hair. This is crazy, but I love it. I love the color coordination that's going on right here.
Like, you gotta be protected for a woman.
But how are you going to get to know somebody if you don't communicate with them?
We can text. You said texting, right? You said
Well, right, but aren't you going to get a better communication if you actually talk to them instead of text?
maybe one date. Maybe one date.
If women are always talking about needing vibes in order to have a connection, why would any of them want to know somebody through a device?
That's a good question because you know
See,
on social
they always say it. Every single episode of It's Complicated, there's always somebody, at least one, probably normally more than one though. You will probably see some more too, that where people go, damn, that's a good question.
media, you can like portray a certain vibe, and it's actually not your energy at all.
If they want to get a vibration from someone, you need to be in their area. You need to feel them, you need to see them, you need to see how they react, their gestures. Like I might say yeah, but in real life, I might say yeah with a big giant smile on my face, do something else, which makes me different from other people instead of saying yeah.
If women are always talking about needing vibes in order to have a connection, why would any of them want to get to know somebody through a device?
Because people are busy.
Are you too busy to find love? Or
We find people with the most unique outfits on the street. I don't think I've ever seen anybody wearing this kind of a denim jacket. It's such a very nice jacket.
do you make time for what's important?
Both.
Other than work, is being busy an acceptable excuse for blowing somebody off?
No.
Other than work, is being busy an acceptable excuse for blowing somebody off?
If you're not interested, then
If your celebrity crush came to town and wanted to see you, wouldn't you cancel some shit?
yeah. John Cena, Justin Bieber, I'm in Las Vegas, please.
If your celebrity crush came to town and wanted to see you, wouldn't you make time to see him?
Oh, most definitely.
So then isn't it true?
Celebrity, it's different.
How's that different?
If you really like somebody, you're gonna make time to see them. Like it's if you don't, then you're gonna obviously like, oh yeah, we could do that another day.
So would you say that women make rules for the wrong guy and break rules for the right guy?
Woo!
Yes.
Does persistence pay off or does it become annoying?
I think 2 to 3 times nudging, and anything more, you're being annoying.
How should a man know if a woman is playing hard to get or if she's just not interested?
Playing hard to get, she'll still respond, but she won't make the bold first move.
Why do some people flake rather than let someone know they're not interested?
They either don't care enough to be honest, or maybe, yeah, that.
Because we're trying to be polite, and I don't know. It's weird, right? I just gave the wrong number.
But isn't it more polite to just tell someone you're not
That's not the
interested
same
and
as
wait?
ghosting, in my opinion. If you get someone the wrong number, you didn't want them to have it in the first place. Good to go. You just weren't interested. I think that's like the easiest way without having to wreck someone's life, without having to wreck someone's night. To say, hey, here's my number. Call me later. Call me tomorrow. Say something like that. Call me next week. Don't call me right now. Because we did try to call you right then. They're going to be like, yo, why'd you give me the wrong phone number? But you got to lay down some ground rules. Even with a wrong number.
Waste their time and lead them on?
Yeah.
Why do some people flake rather than let someone know they're not interested?
Fear of confrontation.
Is it possible to have confrontation without hostility?
Yes, yeah, 100%. You can have a argument with someone that's
Yeah,
an educated
an adult
argument. You
debate.
give both your point of views without
You don't got to get all
hostility or violence. Yeah.
nasty
You in a
with it.
relationship, there's a healthy way to communicate. You want to confront somebody, there's a way to talk to people. You got to come with love, not with hate.
Is it possible to have confrontation without hostility?
Yes.
I've spoken to many women who say they avoid confrontation. Isn't confrontation part of communication?
It is.
Yes. Yes. Confrontation is a part of communication.
So then wouldn't that mean that a lot of women just avoid communication because they're afraid of confrontation?
I think some women are afraid of confrontation. I'll admit that. Like they do avoid communication, but I feel like it's also you have to come at it at the right way.
You need to be ready to confirm something, because if you're not ready and you're going to confirm that shit, you're not going to be able to eat for a couple days. You're going to be sick.
To some people, confrontation is an argument, and to some people, confrontation is conflicting opinions, and they're talking about it. So it's
Did she say
person-to-person
confirm?
basis.
I'm pretty sure we're talking
Was
about
there anything in your
confronting.
life you had to confront
The
that
girl
you didn't
before
want
this
to,
one.
and if so, what was it?
I had to confront the fact that sometimes you need to learn to view your ego and set it aside.
Like I can disagree. I could be a Democrat, you could be a Republican. We can disagree on certain things, but we can still be friends if you guys are adults. You know what I mean? You guys are adults and you understand there's just different opinions. Not something to take serious and personal.
Who is better at communication, men or women?
Women.
Did you heard all of them in the background? Oh, hell no. They know the truth. Let's interview the other people.
Better at communication.
Women, yeah, for sure. Men don't give too much details, and women like to go into very much detail. So I feel like women get better detailed.
If men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language rather than just be direct?
Women expect a lot of things from men that men aren't capable of doing.
He's got some points.
If your girl is like, say she's in a bad mood and like how...
You should be able to tell.
Right, you should be able to tell that she's in a bad mood. You shouldn't be all like trying to fuck with her and shit.
We don't know how to communicate sometimes, you know. We say, yeah, I'm fine, but that means like, you know.
So then how are women better at communication?
Because men don't communicate, so.
Women, for sure.
If men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language rather than just be direct?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Are men expected to be mind readers?
Yes.
Is there a difference between what women say that they want in a relationship and what they actually respond to?
Absolutely.
If so, how are women better at communication?
We're not.
But you just said that they were.
I lied, clearly. I'm not communicating well, duh.
Clearly.
Some women don't know what they actually want, and they have an opinion based off of the broad general media. And so that's what they think they want, but then when it's given to them, they don't receive it because it's not what their heart actually wants.
Is there a difference between what women say that they want in a relationship and what they actually respond to?
Yeah, we have so many emotions.
So then how are women better at communication?
Because we're here. We have that third fucking eye that you don't have. So you're supposed to be able to read our whole intuition, everything, our body movement, everything. If you can't connect with me like here, right here.
So if there was one thing that you wish men understood better about women, what would that be?
Communication.
And if there was one thing you wish women understood better about men, what would that be?
Communication.
If communication is so important,
This is the only girl
why
I
do
need
so
to
many people
understand
prefer
right
texting
here?
over
Huh.
talking, socializing in
That's
places
so
where it's
good.
too loud to have a conversation, don't engage with their environment, and don't give their undivided attention?
Because people are afraid, I think, to be judged. So if there's a lot of things going around them, the person's not fully concentrated on them and what they're saying, but, you know, kind of listening to the music in the background, listening to the other conversations. So I feel like texting and social media like that, like the media and internet kind of got rid of what it is to be kind of human and just, you know, walk into your friend's house and seeing if they're home. Instead, now you could just text them, hey, are you home? And they don't reply, they're not home. It's just...
See, I got this one in the bag.
It's
I know what
harder
I'm
now,
talking
like,
about.
especially now that we have so much information available to us, everyone became lazier because they could just pull their phone out at home and do whatever they need to instead of going out and doing the research for themselves. Like,
Would you prefer somebody text LOL or actually hear their laughter?
Hear their laughter.
Hear their
I don't even
laughter,
use
for
LOL,
sure.
yeah.
Because people don't like addressing the situation up front. They rather be behind the screen. They really just rather be behind the screen than talking up front because you can text something and then if it sounds bad, you can delete it and take it back. You can't take shit back when you say it in person. That shit's sticking with you forever.
Social media really changed the world. Some people come from a small...
I think personally it changed it for the worse, but there's a lot of people that would disagree with me. We used to have so much better before technology. I say that because none of us were sitting here doing this. Sure, technology itself, the social media, everything is giving us a way to reach people that we wouldn't be able to reach before. But are we still reaching the people that are right here within a reaching distance? In a lot of cases, no. In a lot of places where you see whole families sitting around a dinner table, every single one of the people buried their nose in a phone. Like, when we were coming up, it was you weren't allowed to have no damn phone at the kitchen table. You're going to sit down, you're going to eat dinner, we're going to talk about our day, we're going to have real human time. I think that the balance is off between real human time and human time.
Small neighborhood, they don't really have people around them, they don't have friends, so they don't know how to communicate verbally with words and sounds. So they have to communicate the words through text because it's easier. They can really say what they want to say with no, I guess they feel like there's no comeback from that. Like, you really can't do nothing. They just use a text. It's a text. You from away. But if you talk to somebody personally, there's a lot of different things, facial reactions. You really got to put up with what you say. You got to mean what you say what you mean.
When having a first kiss, what is more special to you? If it happens spontaneously in the heat of the moment or if the guy asks permission?
Ooh.
Spontaneous.
I would say the heat
That
of the moment.
spontaneous thing is a 50-50 choice, though, because it could end up with a slap.
Okay. What does that say about consent?
I think that there are signals that makes you be like, okay, she's okay with having a first kiss. Like, you don't have to ask because it gets very uncomfortable, I think.
I think that you know in the moment it's not about consent. It's because it's the feeling of the situation, and yeah.
I think it's more special when it's spontaneous and happens in the moment.
What does that say about consent?
I know it's a tricky. I know it isn't my case. I know it's tricky, but I mean, if he approaches, you can stop him and say no.
Are men expected to be mind readers?
No, but I think you can read body language very good.
I'd prefer no consent because then I just get shy. I don't know. I'd rather them just do it. But consent means respect.
Have you ever wanted a guy to make a move but he wasn't getting your signals?
Yes. Yes.
So what makes you think the opposite isn't true? If you want a guy to make a move but he isn't getting your signals, why would a guy get your signals if you don't want him to make a move?
Why would a guy give me signals if you don't want to make a move? I don't know. I don't know how to answer.
I guess he wasn't feeling self-conscious or confident about himself.
Because sometimes guys are not all the way there physically or mentally. I say that a man can approach.
Same can be said for ladies,
you
ladies.
Just read them. Try to go for the kiss.
So men are wait.
And then if they like,
my question is,
That's not my
my question is, why would women expect men to read their body language if they also think that men are not good at picking up on body language?
No. You didn't say body language. You said communication. Communication is verbal.
Is body language not part of communication?
Yeah, but nobody is talking to you.
But that's not.
Nobody is talking to you.
Because body language is communication.
Communication is verbal.
Okay.
You want to have good communication? We can sit and have a conversation.
Okay, so let's talk about verbal communication. Yeah. Does no always mean no?
No always means no.
Does yes always mean yes?
Yes always means yes.
It always does?
Always. If I'm saying yes, I am giving verbal consent, yes. Okay. No means no, always.
Okay. But a woman can't change her mind.
If I say no and then I say, you know what? I changed my mind. Yeah, I'm down for yes. Then that's a yes. Okay. But yes always means yes, and no always means no.
Okay. But then hold on. But wait, hold on. What happens? Hold on. What happens if a woman says yes but she's drunk?
Listen.
Listen, now we're crossing some gray tape.
But it's still yes.
Excuse me, Kat. What are you doing here?
No, even if you're drunk. No is a no.
Well, right, but if you're drunk, is yes? Can yes still mean yes? Can you?
Yes.
Okay. So then, if that's the case,
I'm drunk right now.
Where is the line between a clumsy pass and a sexual
She's from
offense?
a different planet with those shaves. She doesn't want you to see her eyelashes.
I think a lot of it has with the reaction.
I know.
I'm a big person. I just feel the vibe. If you don't feel the vibe, and if you don't understand social cues, then maybe you should just wait and ask for consent.
Because men can be very, very fucking weird when they get
when they get rejected. Sometimes you cannot reject a man without them literally harassing you.
At what point does pursuit become harassment?
When she's already made it verbally known that she doesn't want you around her, she's texted you, she doesn't want you to do this, or she's not interested, and if you continue to do that, then it's harassment because she doesn't want it.
Does no always mean no?
Yes, no always means no.
Does yes always mean yes? Does no always mean no?
No.
Does yes always mean yes?
No.
So how can no always mean no if yes doesn't always mean yes?
Because no means fucking no.
Doesn't yes mean fucking yes?
Sometimes.
So then does sometimes maybe no, maybe
I think
mean
we're confusing
no, and
some of these people.
No maybe means
yes means not yes what I want it to mean yes.
Who's better at communication, men or women?
Oh, with women for sure.
No's more stern. Yes is like you can go either way, but no is like done.
Yes comes as a nicety, and no means no. That's it.
I was in the military, and I've seen a lot of this, where women say yes to begin, and then when they're in captain's mast in trouble because the next morning they regretted it. So that's why men have to be careful and cautious on what they do.
You ain't lying.
And alcohol makes everything worse, so don't even attempt to do it when there's alcohol involved.
Well, how can no always mean no if yes doesn't always mean yes?
Because that's the complication of women, sadly.
If you're
no
drunk,
one can
in my
understand
mind,
it,
yes equals
that's the world we live in,
not right
sadly.
now.
It's not fair.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's complicated. It most certainly is complicated at times. It most certainly is some communication breakdowns, even in some of the interview responses. Get over, show the It's Complicated channel some love. I'm saying, guys, if she says yes, if she's coherent, then it means yes. If she says no, then it always means no. You might as well just move along to the next possible train stop and get off that bus. But if she's drunk and she says yes, it means not right now, but possibly down the line if you play your cards right. It's always a no. If we're fucking super drunk, yeah, no. Absolutely not gonna happen. Smash the like button if you liked it, the dislike button, but I won't believe you. Till the next one, I'm highly combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. Love you to the moon and back. Peace.